everybody, thanks for being here today. As you can see, I'm here to do a persuasive action speech. I'm here to try to persuade you to look into doing financing and planning for a college education. I'm also going to cover some things about the rising cost of tuition and how it's going to affect the family and your future children possibly. Let's say my name is Mark DeVaul. I'm here to clear up some choices and decisions about making the rise in tuition and how it's had an impact on colleges around the nation. For those that are choosing to attend college or begin college, it could be a very daunting task, and it can be quite expensive. The cost of tuition can make it hard and a tough choice to decide to go to college. I'll show you some ways in the future. I'll show you some ways later on how to prepare and discuss going to college for you and your children. I'd also like to try to persuade you that the cost of going to college, even though it's very high, is still worth the time. It's still worth the effort. In the end, you will benefit and be a better person for it. There are a lot of colleges out there. I go to Columbia College. If you listen to what I have to say and stick with me, I'll straighten out what's going on in the world of college tuition and education and how to discuss it with think about it for yourself and discuss it with your children. I have researched a lot about the cost and the rising cost of tuition. It came from the National Research Center, NCES.com. It's a great website, it tells you a lot. It tells you that the average cost of tuition for the academic year, including room and board, runs around $13,600. That's up quite a percentage rate. I'll show you that in a few minutes. And like I said, this is based on public institutions. I talk about profit, non-for-profit schools, public and private institutions. They charge $36,000. Not-for-profit charges $23,600 for the same education that you would get as a general education in community college or perhaps Columbia College. During the 10-year span between 2000 and 2010, the cost of education has gone up 40%. That's a huge jump over the last 10 years, or over that 10-year period. As you think about how to afford college, I suggest you do some research, use some research tools, find out institutions, different institutions, research institutions, find out what kind of college you want to go to. Once you find out the college you're going to go to and the cost that's involved in that, I would suggest you add 10%. 10% for things like room and board, tuition increases, and the cost of books. If you're planning on using financial aid, the typical loan amount for someone first going to college is $27,000 at 6.8% interest. This has to be paid back over a 10-year period. And believe me, it can leave you broke with payments as much as $311 a month on payback. So getting a higher education and being able to get the money to pay back these loans is very important. This is why college is. Degrees pay so much in the field, in the professional field. It could take you up to 10 years or more to pay back your college loans. And if you don't pay back your college loans, you could end up in jail like this guy. I suggest you discuss, implement, and express limitations and expectations of your children and yourself before you enroll in college. Discuss it. Consider the student. One thing to consider when you're talking to your children, consider that they could provide money for part of their education out of their pocket. This would make them feel that they have vested interest and can push for higher grades because they actually have some money that they've invested into their education. So once you invest in something, everyone knows that once you invest in something, that you will eventually do better at it, so you don't lose out on what you've invested in. It constitutes higher grades, and it also improves the students' academics. In conclusion, even with a higher growing cost of tuition, higher education can work for everyone. And I've shown everyone what you can do to make that work for you. I've shown you can go to college, and it can be expensive. But I urge you to look at the higher education costs and the benefits that come from there. There are options available for anyone who wants to go out there and reach out and grab it. Like I said, I've done a lot of research on the internet. Almost anything you need to know or anything you want to know is on the internet for you. I'd like to thank you for standing here and watching me today, and have a good day.